The statement likely refers to Adolf Hitler, the leader of Nazi Germany during World War II. While Hitler played a significant role in shaping the policies and strategies of Germany during the war, attributing the entire outcome of World War II to one individual oversimplifies a complex historical event. Many factors contributed to Germany's defeat, including military strategies, alliances, economic factors, and the resilience of Allied forces. It's important to consider the broader context and the actions of various leaders and nations involved in the conflict when analyzing the outcome of World War II. Certainly, Adolf Hitler, as the leader of Nazi Germany, held considerable influence over the direction and decisions of the German military during World War II. Under his leadership, Germany pursued aggressive expansionist policies, leading to the invasion of neighboring countries and sparking a global conflict. However, attributing the entirety of Germany's defeat in World War II solely to Hitler overlooks the contributions of other factors and individuals. Allied military strategies and coordination. The Allies, including the United States, the Soviet Union, Great Britain, and others, implemented effective military strategies such as the Normandy invasion, D-Day, the Eastern Front campaign, and strategic bombing campaigns, which placed immense pressure on German forces. Economic resources and industrial capacity. Despite initial successes, Germany faced challenges in sustaining its war effort due to limitations in resources and industrial capacity compared to the Allies, particularly the United States. Technological advancements. Allied powers made significant advancements in military technology, such as radar, code breaking, EEG, ultra, and the development of nuclear weapons, which gave them a strategic advantage over the Axis powers. Resistance movements and internal dissent. Resistance movements within occupied territories, as well as internal dissent within Germany itself, undermined the cohesion and stability of the Nazi regime, leadership and strategic errors. Hitler's leadership style, strategic decisions, and insistence on maintaining multiple fronts, such as the Eastern Front against the Soviet Union, stretched German resources thin and contributed to their eventual defeat. While Hitler's role was undoubtedly significant, the defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II was the result of a complex interplay of military, economic, technological, and political factors involving numerous actors and nations. Therefore, attributing Germany's defeat solely to Hitler oversimplifies the broader historical context of the conflict. Certainly, here are additional factors contributing to Germany's defeat in World War II. The Eastern Front, the German invasion of the Soviet Union in Operation Barbarossa in 1941, ultimately became a crucial turning point in the war. Despite initial successes, the German army faced severe logistical challenges and the harsh Russian winter, leading to significant losses and the eventual Soviet counteroffensive that pushed the Germans back. The vastness of the Eastern Front and the Soviet Union's ability to mobilize its resources played a decisive role in weakening Germany's military strength, Allied unity, and cooperation. The Allied powers demonstrated a high level of cooperation and coordination, both militarily and diplomatically. This unity enabled them to effectively pool their resources, share intelligence, and coordinate military offensives, maximizing their collective strength against the Axis powers. Strategic bombing campaign. The Allies conducted extensive strategic bombing campaigns against German cities, industries, and infrastructure, significantly weakening Germany's ability to sustain its war effort. Bombing raids such as the bombing of Dresden and the bombing campaign against German oil facilities disrupted German production and morale. Naval warfare. The Battle of the Atlantic, where Allied forces fought against German U-boats, played a crucial role in securing supply lines and preventing Germany from receiving essential resources. The Allied victory in the Battle of the Atlantic ensured the flow of supplies to Allied forces and further weakened Germany's ability to sustain its war effort. Mobilization of resources. The Allied powers, particularly the United States, mobilized their vast industrial and economic resources for the war effort. The production of weapons, equipment, and supplies on a massive scale provided the Allies with a significant advantage over the Axis powers, who struggled to match the Allies' production capacity. These additional factors further highlight the multifaceted nature of World War II and the various elements that contributed to Germany's eventual defeat. While Hitler's leadership and decisions were pivotal, the combined efforts of Allied powers across multiple fronts ultimately sealed the fate of Nazi Germany. Certainly, here are a few more factors contributing to Germany's defeat in World War II. Diplomatic isolation. As the war progressed, Germany found itself increasingly isolated diplomatically. The aggressive expansionist policies pursued by Hitler, along with atrocities committed by the Nazi regime, alienated potential allies and made it difficult for Germany to garner international support. Resistance movements. Throughout occupied territories, resistance movements emerged, conducting acts of sabotage, espionage, and guerrilla warfare against German forces. These movements disrupted German supply lines, gathered intelligence for the Allies, and contributed to the overall erosion of German control. Psychological warfare. Allied psychological warfare efforts, such as propaganda campaigns and leaflet drops, targeted German morale and civilian populations. These efforts aimed to sow doubt, undermine support for the Nazi regime, and encourage resistance or surrender among German civilians and soldiers. Military intelligence. Allied intelligence agencies, such as the British MI5 and the American OSS, predecessor to the CIA, played a crucial role in gathering intelligence, breaking enemy codes, and providing strategic insights to Allied commanders. This intelligence advantage allowed the Allies to anticipate German movements, decipher enemy intentions, and plan effective military operations. Economic blockade. The Allied powers implemented economic blockades against Germany, cutting off access to vital resources and depriving the German war machine of essential supplies. This economic pressure further strained Germany's ability to sustain its military efforts and contributed to its eventual collapse. These additional factors underscore the comprehensive nature of the Allied victory in World War II and the multitude of ways in which various strategies, tactics, and efforts combined to defeat Nazi Germany. While Hitler's leadership and decisions played a significant role, the defeat of Germany was the result of a concerted effort by Allied powers across multiple fronts and dimensions of warfare. Certainly, here are a few more factors contributing to Germany's defeat in World War II. Battle of Stalingrad. The Battle of Stalingrad, 1942-1943, marked a turning point in the Eastern Front. The Soviet victory at Stalingrad not only resulted in significant casualties for the German army, but also demonstrated the resilience and determination of the Soviet forces. The German defeat at Stalingrad weakened their military capabilities and morale, while bolstering Soviet confidence and momentum. Allied amphibious invasions. In addition to the Normandy landings, D-Day, in June 1944, Allied forces conducted several other amphibious invasions, such as Operation Husky in Sicily and Operation Dragoon in southern France. These invasions opened up new fronts, further stretching German defenses and diverting resources away from other theaters of the war. Partisan warfare. Partisan groups operating behind enemy lines in occupied territories conducted sabotage, ambushes, and guerrilla attacks against German forces. These irregular warfare tactics disrupted German supply lines, communication networks, and logistics, contributing to the overall attrition of German military strength. Mobilization of women and minorities. As the war progressed, Allied nations mobilized a broader segment of their populations, including women and minorities, into the war effort. Women filled roles in factories, hospitals, and other essential industries, freeing up men for military service. Additionally, minorities served in various capacities within the armed forces, contributing to the overall Allied war effort. Liberation of concentration camps. The discovery and liberation of Nazi concentration camps by Allied forces, such as Auschwitz, Buchenwald, and Dachau, exposed the full extent of Nazi atrocities to the world. These horrifying revelations galvanized public opinion against the Nazi regime, further undermining support for Germany and strengthening the Allied cause.